Hello, welcome to the Two Chicks Homestead podcast. We are the two chicks. Yay!
Hi, I'm Nate.
And I'm Erin, and we talk about homesteading and living on a small piece of land.
All right, everyone, welcome to episode 75. We've done a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
75. Yeah. It's pretty impressive.
I know.
So today is October 25th, and it's getting close to Halloween.
Yep, this is the last one of October.
Exactly. So we're going to go over a little gardening shutdown that we do.
Yep, so I pulled everything out. I don't know when it was.
A couple days ago, yeah.
And so now I've moved all of the compost that we have sit out back that is from the coop at least a year ago.
Yes, it's last winter's clean out in the coop.
Yeah.
Last fall's clean out in the coop is always going on the following fall, along with a year's worth of rabbit. Right.
So I took the compost and covered the garden, the cleaned out garden, and then cleaned out the coop and added that to the compost.
Yep.
And I took down the corn today and just kind of was trying something new because I want to say I'm lazy, but I think it's just a lot all of a sudden as usual. I always forget that all this stuff has to happen like now. And just kind of laid down the corn over the garden. Yeah. So I didn't put compost on it, so we'll just do that in the spring.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I usually accumulate a ton of rabbit. Yeah. So
then it's going to rain the next couple of days, so now we're going to let it kind of soak in, and then we'll tarp it.
Yep. Yeah, so we have three 10-foot by 20-foot long tarps. And we stake them down to the ground, so our gardens are 10 feet wide by 40 feet for the big one and 16 feet for the little one. So we tarp them all over, tarp them down, stake them down, and then we pile a bunch of stuff in the yard so things don't blow away. And that will sit that way all winter long. And that really helps on the weeds.
It does. There was one year where it was like, I don't want to do it. Let's just not worry about it. And oh my gosh. Yeah. It was like weed city.
Yep. And it's still kind of crazy out there.
It's very weedy, which I know that if you have weeds, then you have a very productive garden, blah, 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 but still it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, exactly. And we also let it go for the winter. And then in the spring, we'll pull everything back and call it, check it out, and probably reload some rabbit on top.
Yeah, we put rabbit on top because rabbit is cold compost.
Yes.
So you don't need to wait like chicken.
Right, exactly. But we have, probably 2 inches of compost out there?
Yeah.
On the gardens?
Yeah, I barely even on the garden? Yeah.
So, and that was a giant pile.
I mean, yeah, I did it as much as I could. It was like almost 80 today. Yeah. So not ideal.
Yeah, but
working weather, but yeah, I got on there.
Yeah, I mean,
as much as I could.
And we have a ton of big storms coming in. Yeah. Like a ton of rain. Like they're calling
So it was like, oh crap, I gotta do like all this stuff today.
It's get it done today and get it finished and let it rain and then we'll tarp it probably in a week. Yeah. We'll get the tarps out, lay it all down, and then we should be good to go with that.
Yep. Yeah, I got the chicken coops cleaned out. I did not get the comfrey cut. I'll do that. We still have time.
Yeah. And that's because I hid the battery for the weed whacker.
Yeah, I mean, I could have cut it, but it's like, oh boy. There's a lot out there. Yeah. So, I got the raspberry bush cut down, which was super weird. I went to go do that, and there are new raspberries on the raspberry bush. So the earth is like, what the heck is going on with this weather?
Yeah. Be interesting to see what happens next year.
I've never had 2 seasons of raspberries before. But it's now a huge raspberry bush.
Yeah, that is. And that grew exponentially this year.
Yeah, especially when I actually started cutting it back.
Yeah. That's pretty standard. And then your mullein all went to seed.
I know, but I never did it before.
Yeah.
Until last year. And then this year, it, exploded.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I No, your mullein went to all the seed.
Yeah, I kind of that's new to me. I'm still learning about mullein, but I went over and kind of scrubbed it with my fingers and just kind of pinched it around and got the seeds to kind of fly around.
Cool.
I'm not going to do anything with that garden because there's like a brand new mullein out there that just kind of appeared. That's where I was going to try the passion flowers, but they never grew, so I'm going to try them in the hydroponics and see if I can get them going.
Okay. Start them in the spring and see if we can transfer
you're supposed to start them in the fall.
Oh, okay.
So I think I'll probably start them, and I don't even have any idea.
Yeah. I never looked and see if the hops came up.
The hops didn't. I don't think the hops survived this summer. I went to go look earlier in the summer, and it was pretty dried, and I think our neighbors sprayed and got it.
Probably.
So I just kind of left it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it ever came back.
Yeah, it's pretty standard to them. We've run into that issue before.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking we should get something solid over in that corner and not the trellis.
Clear plexi, here we come.
Well, it would be nice to not have to see them, so maybe not clear plexi, but something. I don't know, because then we could plant something over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not have to worry about, because our weeds were, encroaching on their driveway.
Just like their garbage can encroaches on our yard?
Anyway.
Yep, it's standard.
Yep.
It's neighbors.
Yep.
So, but yeah, you got a bunch comfrey done, ready to go.
Yeah, I was going to do another batch, and it's like, I have so much. And I didn't even use all of last year's, so I still have last year's comfrey, but I'm hoping that I'm a little busier this year, so.
Exactly. And that's all freeze-dried, packed up, ready to go.
Yep.
And then that'll go into salves and balms. And
yeah, so I think I figured out that I actually make balms and not salves, because balms are harder and you need to really, I guess it'd be more for like muscle pain. You'd need to really rub it in. So I'm not sure if I need to change that wording or just kind of leave it. I really don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. So it's a learning curve.
Yep,
and we just got to kind of roll with it and see what happens. So speaking of the website, you had something you wanted to talk about anyway.
Well, I got all of most of the product on the website now that's on Etsy. I did not, or I put the comfrey tallow salve tins and the sticks and the patch. I'm not going to put the comfrey roots on there yet because I'm pretty much kind of shutting that down for the year. And then the coconut oil salves, I think I'm going to make them harder to be available just because I don't make it hardly ever.
Yeah, they work, but it's not economical to ship it in the summer. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah. I do have one lady that I will get it out to in December because she bought like a year supply. So I sent big 3-ounce tins. So if anybody ever wants something bigger, let me know, because I will work with you on that.
Absolutely.
And I worked on a different product that I'm trying out. I sent that out to somebody to test. They gave me some really good feedback, so I'm just kind of getting there.
Yeah, I mean it's something to play with, and you may find out what the deal is with that new product.
I know. If you, kind of first orders coming through the website, because I'm really interested to see how the website orders work, because I haven't seen one. We'll get a free sample of the new product.
Yep. So we'll throw that in there for you guys, and I think you guys will like it. So it smells really good. Yeah. Me personally, I think it smells good. Yeah. So that'll be kind of fun. Get that set up, and I've had a order or two come through on the website, so it's pretty easy to use. Yeah. So
I just want my phone to go cha-ching.
Well, both our phones are going to go cha-ching. Yes, that's
true.
Because we both have the app for our store on our phones. And it does go cha-ching. I can verify that.
I like the cha-ching.
Exactly. So do I. So, But yeah, that's what we got going on in the garden, and new products coming out. And then last weekend, I spent a little bit of time in the deer stand. I saw 2 deer. Had a coyote run underneath me at about 5:45 in the morning. The 2 deer didn't get close enough to me, so I didn't have a shot on them. But I at least saw them, and that is a big plus.
Yeah. So
it was kind of cool to be sitting up in the stand and watch them walk up the waterway from the creek.
Yeah.
That's, 600 yards away or something?
Yeah, hopefully as it's getting cooler.
They'll start moving, definitely. And as soon as they drop the corn, we'll see the coyotes, because they'll be out there mousing the fields. So
yeah, that's
the best time to go out there and shoot those guys. So Craig's even like, I may go sit out there when I see them drop in that field. Just knock yourself out.
But you can't make coyote pot pie, so...
Exactly.
I'm not super excited about the coyotes.
Exactly. So, but they're fun. Get rid of them. They do have cool pelts. I will give them credit. Yeah. And it is kind of fun to do a little bit of predator hunting, because they are sneaky and they are smart.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's a update on that. I'm hoping to get out this weekend before I go do our ham radio thing that I signed up for. I have to go work a parade, do organizational skills, and keep the parade moving along. So that'll be kind of fun next weekend. But last weekend I played a little bit of ham radio with Carlos from Life at Terminal Velocity. I will drop his YouTube link in the show notes so you guys can go check him out. It's he's a local skydiver, super cool dude. We've had him on the podcast.
And homesteader.
And a homesteader. And we've had him on the podcast to talk about skydiving, ham radio, and homesteading. So that was last year, I think, in the summertime. Mm-hmm. It's a long interview, but we had so much fun doing that. So, if you guys want to go check that out, I can drop that link in there as well. So, but yeah, we both went out. We made 36 contacts, including you, hon, because we got you on Simplex. I texted you and said, hey, go get on the radio so we can try and, get a couple extra points for radio to radio. So at least I know our setup will reach over to Shabana with a mobile station, like a vehicle. So that's kind of nice. So 36 contacts each. Our farthest contact, we had 2 down in Chile, 1 down in Venezuela, 2 up in Canada, but the furthest was Australia. And that's the first time I've ever made contact to Australia, and it was nice that they actually, because I've been trying like a long time trying to get a hold of Australia, because I'll hear them on, but you have the guys running 1600 or 1500 watts trying to make contact, and I'm only pushing 100 to 500 on mine, so it's hard to get over the top of them. So being that station Australia wanted to contact, we actually got through to them, and it was really cool because we heard the call sign and it's like K1, and we're like, okay, so you're East Coast, and he's like, no, I'm in Australia. He gave some Australia thing and where he was, and we're like, wait a minute, we need to verify that call sign again. And he came back, Victor Kilo 1, and it's like, ooh, that's Australia. And that blew both of our minds, because our antenna was only 6-7 feet up off the ground, so it was a very good contact for us to make. Cool. And that was kind of fun. So, what else we got? Is that pretty much it?
That was pretty much it.
All right. This is going to be a quick little episode. We do have some kits out there that we'll give an update on. They're about 2 weeks old. We got 4 out there. We got another doe bred, so we'll see what she does in 30 days. But we'll catch you guys next time.
See you on the homestead, where something is always growing, eating, or cooking.